And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to the Dice Tower as we continue our coverage of Marvel X-Men United. But you know what? This is the video that's going to get the most views. This is the one people are most interested in. This was the very first box I opened because this is Days of the Future Past, which comes with the Sentinels. Now, I think Apocalypse is the X-Men's biggest, hardest enemy, but the Sentinels may be their most iconic enemy, and this is a Sentinel, and there's 3 of these in the box. The Sentinels plus Nimrod, which, if you're not a Marvel fan, does not sound like the name of a fearsome enemy, but he is, comes from a storyline, which is this box's name, The Days of Future Past, which is a really good storyline in the Marvel Universe, in the comic books. We're in the future, mutants were enslaved, and they used these giant robots to enslave them, which could cancel mutant powers. Here, the Sentinels are hunting you. You can even add the Sentinels into a regular game, but mostly they're made to, you play, and you're going to fight 3 of these giant Sentinels, and then Nimrod. Let me show you. Okay, well first we kind of have to look at these figures. These are amazing, amazing, amazing. They look fantastic. In fact, while we are recording this, we have a set of these being painted right now, but I'm telling you, without the paint jobs, they look really good. They're also really chunky, and I'm impressed that they did 3 different models. Now that's for 2 reasons. One, because it's cool, but secondly, you can tell them apart. They each have a number at the bottom. So this one has number 3. And at the beginning of the game when you're playing against these, Nimrod doesn't show up, he's off. You'll still put out the threat cards out on the table, but you're going to assign 1, 2, and 3 to 3 of the heroes. And they're going to be hunting you down and trying to take each of you out. Each of these Sentinels has a certain amount of health. If you're only playing with 2 heroes, you'll just be playing with 2 of the Sentinels, and they'll each have 5 health. But if you're playing with 3 heroes, you have 3 Sentinels who each 4 health. And they're going to be hunting you down. Now, how do they do that? Well, after you take your turn, the Sentinel that's assigned to hunt you is going to activate. If no Sentinels assigned to you, let's say you're the 4th hero or you've killed your Sentinel, you pick another one to activate. And they're going to look at the icons on the bottom of the last 2 cards played. And they're going to follow that in a programming method, following the Sentinel activation protocol. So you can see that if they have move, they're going to move towards you. If you have the heroic symbol, they're going to add citizens to the location. Attack, they're going to do damage to you. If it's wild, they're going to recover health. If the last card is a special effect, they're going to increase the Nimrod activation track by 1. And if you're in the Sentinel's location, you always take a damage. So they're going to be beating the snot out of you. And they're going to be increasing this track here for Nimrod. If this track gets to 15, you lose. So you're going to have to figure out how they're going to move and meanwhile get in there and beat the snot out of them. You can start fighting them at the beginning. There's no missions in this game. It just take out each Sentinel. And as you take them out, once all 3 are out, Nimrod, who looks a whole lot less effective if you think about it when compared to the regular Sentinels, he shows up with his cards, and then he's going to kill you. Or at least that's what I found happens to me. But he's moving around. He's going to do more damage based on what track he's in with some of his cards. So like with the BAM, he does an extra damage. If he's in yellow, 2 extra damage if he is in red. And he also moves to opposite locations. There's all kinds of stuff here that's going to be going on. You'll play with this. You can also just throw in a Sentinel, and each Sentinel's slightly easier than or harder than the next. You can throw it any game. You think beating Red Skull's too easy? Play against Red Skull and Sentinel number 2. So there's that. Oh, and in all this mix, we forgot to mention there's a 4th incarnation of Wolverine here called Logan, who is a good attacker, and he's probably good against Sentinels, and he's from the storyline in the comics, and yeah, whatever. He's just in here because you want to get another Wolverine. That's not important right now, and I wouldn't buy the set for this character because who cares? You're getting the set because of these guys. Of all the Marvel X-Men sets, this is my favorite. Not because of Logan. I'm really clear on that. Wolverine, we got enough Wolverine. Stop giving us Wolverine, Simon. But the Sentinels are just that much fun. I like programming games, and this has a bit of a feel of a programming game. It's not easy. In fact, I've never beaten it. I've beaten the 3 Sentinels, and then Nimrod shows up, and he's like, ha ha ha, you little ant, and squishes me. But I don't care because I had so much fun doing it. It's really satisfying to take down one of these. Are you kidding? That feels great. You're like, yeah! And then the other two they seem more powerful. Well, they're going to activate more often and hunt you down and kill you. I don't know. I have so much fun with this. It might be my favorite way to play X-Men United for sure. But if you, I mean, don't get me wrong, some of you have gotten this because you wanted these Sentinel miniatures. But if you haven't gotten it, it's not just a box of pretty miniatures. And that's nice. It's nice to know there's an actual game behind. And of all the bad guy setups like Thanos and X-Men and the Phoenix 5 and the Sinister 6 and Sentinels, it'd be a close call for me between the Sinister 6 and Sentinels. But of the X-Men stuff, the Sentinels for me are really, really awesome. So check it out. That's what's in Days of Future Past. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent!